Hello, lovelies. How are you doing? It's been such a long time, I know, since I've created a video for you guys. Wow, the past couple of days, past couple of weeks were very revealing for me, and I wonder if it was just as revealing for you. And actually, we're going to talk about that just for a bit because today's video is basically going to be an astrological look for the week ahead. And of course, any sort of magical spiritual workings that will be quite potent during this time. Okay, so get comfortable, get relaxed. Get your pens, your paper. If you are doing something where you need to focus your attention on it, then just listen. You can always come back to this video later on. All right, so let us begin. All right, so I have in front of me my computer, which has the chart starting with May 1st, starting with today. And I also have, of course, my journals where I record everything and all of that. So please excuse me if I'm not looking directly at you or the camera. You get the point. But I want to make sure I took some notes, and I want to make sure that I give you guys everything that you may need to know about the week ahead. All right. So first off, up until now, we have been learning a lot about ourselves, specifically our inner selves, our deep subconscious inner selves, and learning to understand it better, to control it better. And I mean control it in a way that we show up better for ourselves. All right. It was a lot about our subconscious processing, our subconscious programming, specifically related to home, family, and you know, any sort of programming that is related to that. It was revealed, it was exposed. We saw some patterns within ourselves. We saw situations happening, and whether we accepted or saw those messages or not, definitely those things were happening around you. So what does that mean going forward? Okay. So looking at the moon here, the moon right now is in a waning gibbous from May 1st to May 2nd approximately. And currently it's in opposition with the spirits of Mars, which are lying right now in an Aries sign. Not to mention, and also to mention, there are some soft aspects with the spirits of Venus and the spirits of the Sun. Now, with this, okay, I would recommend during this time, either today or tomorrow, or whenever that you're watching this video, because you were called to this video for a reason. So I say, you know, take the message as it comes and as it resonates with you, because it was meant for you to hear. But during this time, definitely look into cleansing unwanted magic and energy from yourself and your space. That will be very potent during this time. Also, returning any negative energy Also returning positive energy back to the sender. This is a part of the cleansing process that you can do. And of course, when we cleanse, we also want to protect, right? They go hand in hand as something that you should be doing when you are cleansing energy or cleansing energy from yourself. You protect after, all right? The moon is doing some very interesting things, and it's aspecting some interesting it's aspecting some interesting positions within the chart. So the moon going from let me look at my calendar. I'm sorry. Okay. From May 3rd. Yeah, from May 3rd. Let me change the chart here. Yeah, yes, okay, confirmed. All right, yeah, so from May 3rd, the moon is basically going to be going from the last quarter to the waning crescent moon, and it's going to be interacting with the spirits of Saturn and the spirits of Jupiter. Now, with the moon moving into this aspect, hold on here. Okay, so with the moon moving into the aspect of this aspect of the cosmogram, as I stated before, you know, up until now we were learning about our inner selves. However, now we are needing to, we are being asked by spirits to express our growth in our living, waking lives. This is the aspect that the moon is now in within the cosmogram. All right. At this point, it will be in the last quarter. It will be a last quarter moon, and it will be conjunct, like I said, with Saturn and Jupiter within this realm. Now, next to Saturn here, next to Saturn, next to the spirits of Saturn, which they will be both within an earth sign. Okay, this is going to bring a very clear understanding of who or what circumstances that are limiting us. All right, it's going to give us a clear understanding of the limitations of our reality. Okay, it's going to feel like it's going to be seemingly harsh. It's going to feel seemingly harsh. It's going to be how can I say? Yeah, it's going to be a seemingly harsh understanding of our reality. However, due to the positioning and the energy that the moon is bringing and carrying with it, it's giving this desire to maneuver ourselves differently. All right, we don't want to fight this. We want to embrace this. We want to accept it. It's not meant to. Saturn gets a very bad reputation. Perhaps we can talk about Saturn one day, but Saturn gets a very bad reputation. But Saturn is there to, in this situation, show us truth. Show us truth, so then that way we can make adjustments as necessary, because we are the creators, right? So this last quarter moon is going to be a lot about release and transition. Now, if we are going against that, if we are fighting it or we are ignoring it, if we are ignoring the wisdom that the cosmos are giving us, there is a possibility that when faced with these realities, with these limitations, fear, loss, anxiety of the unknown. These energies could rise up within us. But however, with what I am seeing and what I am sensing when I'm looking at the cosmogram here, it is giving us the feeling that this is a period of redefining. All right, this is a period of us redefining our reality, our wants, our desires, what we will and what we will not accept. So this is in terms of us stepping into our leadership, which I'm going to speak about soon, because we're going to talk about the moon and its aspects now with Jupiter, but us stepping into our leadership in our own lives, and leadership within our community, if you are leadership within your job or whatever, how this correlates to your personal life, this is going to be beneficial for that, and that redefining. All right. So with Jupiter and the moon spirits, looking at the cosmogram here, with the moon and Jupiter spirits being conjunct, the way we see, or the way we see, or the way that we were taught to see, this is going back to our programming. This is, oh, apologies. There we go. Phone is on silent. Sorry about that. Okay, so, the way that we were taught to see, that's the last thing I believe I was saying. And our programming, that was the last thing I was saying. Our programming is coming back now, is coming back again, because Jupiter expands, right? Jupiter expands, and with the moon, as I said, being in last quarter, moving into a waning crescent, with the moon being in this energy, along with Jupiter's, the spirits of Jupiter, their ability to expand, we are being, the way we see the world will expand, right? And it's going to shift. And like I said, it's due to the spirits of Jupiter, but particularly the spirits of Jupiter will be sitting within an air sign, okay? So we have that air element coming in. So we have the, I immediately get like this, I feel like, I want to say like, immediately I begin thinking of like winds of change, right? Almost like a tornado, almost, okay? Well, that sounds actually quite terrifying, actually. But we have these massive changes coming within the next couple of days. Like I said, starting from May 3rd here. So from what I'm seeing within the cosmogram here, right, within the realm that these spirits are sitting in, okay, it's sitting in, it's going to emphasize initiation. It's going to emphasize transformation of negative energies. And when I say negative energies, I mean negative elements. Negative elements that we have accumulated, right? We have accumulated due to, I mean, it could be as simple as like hearing a message from spirit and not listening to that message, or not following that advice, for example, or these negative elements of like procrastination, or things along those lines. But it's definitely, it's going to be highlighting those like negative elements that we have accumulated. Now, this is going to come because of that transformation that's going to be happening. It's going to come to the forefront. 1 second. Alrighty, that's a bit better. Okay, so it's going to be coming to the forefront, and when embraced, right? When we start realizing like, oh wow, you know what? Spirit told me this, or and I, for whatever reason, you know, perhaps you forgot, or it's sometimes it's simple as just forgetting. We're humans, right? We're learning. We're on this, we're in the marketplace. You know, Earth is the marketplace, and we're here to learn and collect these lessons. But when embraced, this will be a very positive adjustment to our journeys when we are aligning with divinity. Okay, as our bodies, which is, you know, which is the representation within the cosmogram right now, is the representation of the moon. It's our inner selves. It's aspects of our inner selves. But yes, as our bodies continues to move throughout the cosmogram, questions regarding like what elemental aspects that we have accumulated will become very important, because that's what would need to be transformed, right? If, let's say, you're going after a goal, right, but you are constantly what's the word I'm looking for? You are constantly in touch with the energy of, let's say, procrastination, right? It's not that, okay, well, now I must become active. Why are you procrastinating? What exactly is going on internally, right? These shifts are important, as I said, as we continue to move throughout the cosmogram. Because later, when we get into the realm of transition, these are the things that will be, that our spirits, our higher selves will be calling for us to change. Or we're going to realize like, okay, this is what I'm wanting, but I've accumulated throughout time this energy, and why? See, and this is why I say cleanse for today or tomorrow, or whenever you are listening to this. Do a cleansing of yourself and your surroundings, because perhaps a lot of this residual accumulated energy is technically not even yours to begin with, right? So we want to clear that out. We want to clear out, send those energies back to those senders, because sometimes it's not on purpose, right? It's not on purpose, but we want to, we want to send those energies back. And even the positive energies we want to send back, because of the goodness that was sent to us. We want to send that back to the sender threefold, right? So this is going to help us, once again, accumulation. What have we accumulated thus far? And it's going to help us within our realm of transformation as we continue on the cosmogram. Currently, the spirits of the moon, Saturn, and Venus is giving our bodies the physical push to mature and to step into leadership. As I said earlier, we are stepping into our leadership roles. Now, perhaps you're thinking, okay, well, I'm not really in any sort of like leadership role. Well, here's the thing, within your reality, within your bubble, you are the leader. Okay, when it comes to your spirits, when it comes to your ancestors, it's a relationship, because I don't want to give the impression that, okay, well, leader, I'm going to boss my spirits around. Don't be doing that. So we do not do that. However, we are in a form of a relationship, but within that relationship, and due to your connection to this realm, this physical realm that we are in, you are the leader, okay? So whether you're thinking, well, I'm not really a leader in anything, yes, you are. You are a leader, okay? And if you do have some sort of business or leadership aspirations of whatever field that you are in or wanting to be in, etc., then this would be of embracing these changes, not ignoring what's in front of us is going to be very telling, as I said, as we continue on within the cosmogram. So workings, and this will be, yeah. Anything else I want to point out within the cosmogram? That for the week ahead, that's what I mainly want to discuss, because of course I'm all about alignment. I'm all about assisting and being a witness to your alignments. And as you make those shifts, and as your soul and your spirit rises into the other dimensions, right? So this is going to be a major shift. Now there's some other things that are definitely happening, but I'm going to definitely talk about those in my next astro video. So definitely click on the notifications, so that way when it comes out, you will be notified. But back to the workings. My suggestion that from May 2nd to May 9th, we begin, if you do not have an ancestral practice, which if I'm going to be a broken record on my channel talking about ancestors, like, but it's so important. If you do not have a relationship with your ancestors, with me, we're gonna establish that relationship with our ancestors, because it's very important. Once again, we're talking about the moon right now is disappearing, right? And becoming new again. And with that, there's a lot of transition happening. There's a lot of, transitions, revelations happening. So from May 2nd to May 9th, or whenever you are watching this video, about 7 to 8 days, basically, we want to do an ancestral elevation. We want to elevate our ancestors, all right, during this time. Okay, so I understand that obviously everyone has a different practice within their own cultural, spiritual elements and whatnot. Anyway, but from May 2nd to May 9th, doing any sort of ancestral elevation where we are giving energy to our ancestors and helping them rise in their consciousness, us giving them our energy, giving light, giving water, whatever it is that you do with your practice, your specific practice, okay? This will be very beneficial, right? We want our ancestors to be just as strong as we are as we make these transitions. Also, any sort of workings or journaling, with surrendering to divine chaos, okay? Divine chaos, something is another video that we can talk about, but surrendering to divine chaos and transformation, because change is not easy for many of us, and obviously we've been going through a lot of change, and some people feeling very unstable, you know. So any sort of workings or journaling regarding surrendering to that would be very beneficial. And also surrendering to the accumulated elements that keep us from alignment with our with divinity, and with our own leadership. All right, we want to surrender to that. We want to keep our eyes open. We don't want to be in this rose-colored glasses, right? You know, these rose-colored glasses, and like, oh well, everything, you know, I'm just going to ignore this. No, we're not going to ignore this. Now, listen to your own spirit. If you feel you're not ready to approach whatever it is going to be coming, and like you know, it's the energies that are going to be coming forth to you. If you're not ready to confront those and surrender to it and understand it, then don't. Your soul, you know what is best for you at this moment. All right, you know what's best for you at this moment, and so follow that. But because we are in, once again, I keep saying it, but we're in the, when we're looking at the realm of the cosmogram, and as the planets continue to shift and change and move, you will be able to, these energies will, of course, they will confront you again, basically. They will confront you again, so you can better prepare yourself, better make yourself ready. Perhaps feel more solidified with your ancestors before you confront that, you know, confront those elements within you and the energies and whatnot. So do what feels good, always. Always do what feels good within your soul, within your spirit. But if you are ready to make these transformations, to really get into that next phase of your leadership, of your role, of your own spiritual elevation, then this is going to be a very, very interesting time for you to get a handle on that. I definitely will be. So I'm gonna finish this video. I didn't want it to be too long or anything like that. There are gonna be more astrological videos coming up. That way we can see the messages that the cosmos have for us, and move according to the natural movement that Earth is already providing us, you know. So that way we can better ourselves and step into our elevation, our spiritual elevations, and continue to rise together. You know, I'm on this journey with you, so it's lovely. So I'm going to close this out, and well, actually I'm going to prepare for the next video, actually, which would be a pick a card reading for the month of May. Just some wisdom, calling on our spirits to gain some wisdom into the month of May. So that is it, my beautifuls, and I will see you in my next video. I'm excited to witness yeah, your elevation. Okay, so if you do end up doing any of these workings or these journalings, you know, tell me down below in the comments and tell me how it worked out for you. Tell me what energies that you felt being released or transformed or realized. Yeah, I'll be excited to read and to know. So I will see you in my next video, lovelies. Bye.